No block touch. Video challenge is lost, as it was for Spain earlier in the set, and Coach Galami hoping that there's a bonus of just delaying the action for a little while. Options here with Zamani front court left side. He's in the pass, he's a little isolated down the line. Well, that is bizarre. Let's hope Iran don't need their challenges later in this set. Given against Iran. And here's the danger of jumping in and burning video challenges as part of your timeout routine. There's no way of checking close calls later. Got to make the most of this rotation, Spain. Again, Zamani isolated out on the wing. Oh, it's a good set. That's a really good set, but even more impressive was the availability of number 6, Nima. Watch him get off the net and get in here. That's a good piece of work from the middleman. Spain back in the mix. Tagores isolated one-on-one against the other number 4, Iran's captain Arshir. Does a good job for 21-20. Now, can they find Zamani again on this serve? No, they can't. That's a missed opportunity again. The middle opened up by Arshir. Nima is finding the court pretty comfortably. All. When he hits it and it goes in, it's a very tough serve to pass, but he can be a little inconsistent, the number 7, Zamani. Takes pace off it. It's a good serve. Oh, it's a brilliant serve. Just caught Barasa out there, and he's getting a bit of a shout from the subs to say it was out, but he decided to play it. Timeout, Spain. This is going to be a very tight finish to set number 1. Back to Zamani, clever off-pace serve last time to keep it in. And doesn't hit full tilt this time either. Comes back with interest, brilliant defence from Naderi. Spain still in the rally though, they need this point. They get it through Irash. Point number 6 then for him, he's one away from 200 in the tournament. Just love watching Irash hit the ball. His team won't love him for that, though. Wafted out of play. Iran get to 23-20. Substitutions in the offing. Looks like it's the double. No, it isn't. It's Nima coming off, and the backup setter, Ramazani, coming in for serve and defence duties. Not the strongest front line for Spain here. And Tagores is roofed out of sight, one-on-one. And the captain gets his revenge. This is a huge block. Superb clutch volleyball from Iran at the back end of this first set. 24-22 then to the team in white. Irash out of the back line. That's 200. That is an impressive tournament for the young Spanish opposite. 200 points. Well, Miguel thought he was going to get onto the court there, but it doesn't happen. In fact, it's the backup opposite, Diego Cunda. Off comes Gomez. Spain are going to play this next point without a setter. And Cunda is on for blocking duties. Coach Galami decides he's going to make Spain wait for this next point and just get his team focused on the job in hand. Good pass, good set, good spike to finish, and set number one is theirs. If only it were so easy. Can Spain get pressure on with this service? Zamani's in the passing lineup if they can find him. He's right in the centre as well. It's a good hit. They've gone down the line to Amin. It's not a great pass. Out of system swing is just brilliant. Well, Spain think it's out. Lines judge says touch. And Iran take it 25 points to 23. Pending this video challenge. Well, as much as we love the video challenges, you are sometimes denied the big celebration at the end of the set because you've got to wait for that to be confirmed. Coach Mosquera feels this didn't touch the block and didn't touch the court. Well, surely he would have asked his players ahead of this challenge. And if the blocker said he didn't touch it, then there's a real chance here for Spain. If the blocker was being truthful with his coach, that is. And that little rates that there probably was a tickle on the fingertips. Let's see. First set to Iran, and what a great contest. There's your final tail of the tape. Both teams really on it at the net. Blocking was excellent. Spain had a fantastic run mid-set that put them in a good position, but Iran managed to get past that and make it all happen again. Iran lead the bronze medal final then by a set to 0. Let's enjoy the highlights from the opener. Tashkent have been magnificent hosts here in Uzbekistan. The tournament has been a superb watch, and purely from a neutral standpoint, we've got another very entertaining game underway. Bronze medal then on the line as we get ready for set two. Away we go then, Iran in the white, managing to hold off Spain in a really tight first set. 25-23 they lead in this race for third place. Spain in the navy blue keep the ball alive off the block, trying to find some gaps here. Garcia unable to do so. Irash is going to have a go, their top scorer, and he can't beat the captain Ashia. Oh dear. Oh dear, well it doesn't always go to plan. And for poor Zamani, on that occasion, it certainly didn't. And middle ball hit wide. Armin, given the responsibility, but can't keep it in. That middle attack is going to remain important for Iran. Spanish block has been well established out on the wings, so Arshia has to keep looking for points through that channel. And this is not the start coach Adel Galami wanted to see, and he's gone straight away for the timeout, and I can tell you he's not happy with his players after this. It's a fun job coaching youth volleyball, but it comes with its particular challenges. Problems with consistency can make it quite tricky. It's a 4-0 lead at Spain. It's a great start for Spain to this second set. Rafier, number 16, is on for Zamani, and what he lacks in height, he brings a little more ball control to the party. And a bit of firepower, he hits it hard. Iran need to stabilise the situation here. Bit of a shocker at the start of this set, Spain in command. Sliced down the line, well covered by Sakavi, the libero. Extreme defence from Gomez. And we've got another long rally. Chances here. Arash, well set. And puts it away off the hands. He's going nicely. 9 points in the game now for Cesar Arash, the Spanish opposite. Technical issue here being looked into by the second referee, which usually indicates a rotation problem. Well, the Spanish fans making a bit of noise as well, adding to the atmosphere here in this Unisabod Hall. So much better now that the referees can talk to each other via the communication system. Referees don't have to come down off the stand or run across court to talk to each other. They're all fitted with microphones and earpieces. It might just be clarifying a challenge and what it's for. It's tricky having these delays, tricky for the players. At last, a smile from Coach Golami. He was a good player. He was a really good player. .39 now, but I bet if you asked him, he can probably still get up there and whack it. So here we go. They've finally confirmed it's for a block touch, and well, that finger looks bent back conclusively. No net touch though. Didn't see the net move there, so the point continued. Spain won it eventually. Coach Golami saying that the side of the shoulder has touched. It tends to suggest that the block has landed and turned to play and caught the net on the way, and that video replay hasn't shown that. And it's important the officials get the call right. A yellow card now for his protestations. Don't think Coach Golami's going to win this argument. Had a decision yesterday against France that he refused to accept, and a couple of his coaching staff got in trouble with the refs. Spain do the right thing. Arash puts the ball into play, but that is a magnificent set. I love that end on view. Just every so often, so you can see how quickly these players transport the ball from one area of the net to the other. Arshia has fired this. Brilliant hit. Out of system, Spain. Don't want to give up another point here. Arash can't finish. And neither can Amin. That's a really good line-up on the block from Okafor. Maybe an opportunity for Arshia to go to Naderi, who hasn't had a set for a while. Chooses not to, pays the price. Iran just looking for that run of points that puts them back into top gear. That's an unusual decision, and it's going to go Iran's way. Okafor reaching over the net to play the ball. You're not allowed to do that. Good work. Amin coming off the wing to put that away. Volleyball's a fascinating game of secondary rules. It's one of the only sports in the world where the referee judges how you produce a skill. Down the years, we've seen a number of secondary rule changes to the sport as players and coaches find ways to play and make things tough for their opponents. And that foot over the line, that's one of those rules that has come in, but been adjusted a fair amount over the last few years. But you have to have your full foot over the line. You can put any other part of your body over that centre line as long as you don't interfere with the opposition's play. But you can't put your foot over, and that's exactly what happened there to Arshir. Good pass. Well, they are running that quick ball out wide very effectively. Gomez there, just stranded, the shortest blocker out there on court. Just 1.81 m, the Spanish captain, and it's no match up against Amin in full flight. Iran coming back. Good serve from Amin. Beautiful pass, and very well played by Spain. Been a while since Gomez has gone to the middle, and Daniel Desuter puts it away with some class. Nobody on double figures just yet. Irash on 9, Amin on 8, Nima and Naderi on 5. Those are your top scorers. And that's a better hit. He missed one at the start of the set, but Amin puts this one away. Iran aren't making it easy for themselves. Spain, likewise. Serving of both teams at the moment is off the boil. Who's going to step up and take some control here? There we go, nice from Naderi. Well, that's good hang time from the Iran blockers. And Tagores, cracking pickup from the floor. But here's the chance for Iran. Not taken. Those are the points that really annoy coaches, and you can see the body language, the reaction from Golami. They had 2 chances to win the point, they couldn't take either, and Irash has punished them. 10 points for him. Well, he's determined to keep working that tempo ball out to Rafieh and Amin, Arshir, but at some point he's going to have to consider going back to the middles. He's got to keep those middle blockers interested on the other side of the net. Got to keep his own middles interested as well. And again, Cervera stops any kind of momentum. Very sticky middle phase to this second set for both teams. Great pass from Sakavi. It's not brilliant setting at the moment from Arshir. He isn't quite on the money with his set location. Amin's done really well to put that away, but almost had to turn himself backwards in the air to make it. Nima to serve. Middleman puts it in play. Well, Irash has not been stopped for a while. And he's not been stopped there either. Amin thought he had the block. But no. Flores. Deep serve, well passed by Sakavi. Too tight. Spain defend. Unorthodox from Irash, but brilliant nonetheless. 12 points now in the match for Irash, and comfortably the top scorer. And Coach Ghalami is forced into another timeout for Iran as his team lose their way again. Well, if you ask most coaches, they'll tell you that as nice and as positive as you want to be at this level, every so often you're just going to have to give your players a bit of a telling off. That was one right there from Coach Ghalami. Torres again. Spain back out to a 3-point lead. Can't make the ace on the line. Spain want to get into a little phase here of just siding out. Doesn't matter about scoring on their own serve. If they can just stabilise that side out, hang on to the lead for as deep into the set as they can, then they can push once more. Certainly looks like we're on our way to a level match. Coach Ghalami and his assistants are at it again, and they're trying to show our third official maybe that someone's serving out a rotation. Captain Gomez wants to know what's going on the other side of the net. This is where referees need to be really strong. It's not easy. Okafor waits to serve patiently, but this won't be doing him any good. The Iran bench is still concerned about a rotation issue. Well, the officials have stuck with it. Okafor will serve. Now, if that had been an ace, I think that would have sent the Iran bench into orbit, but it isn't. And the lead remains 2 at the moment, 3 if they can side out. This is where Spain need to be pay particular. Iran scraped the point. Keeps them in the mix, but it's not comfortable. Big side outs these for Spain, big serves for Iran. Deep, Tagores chooses to play it. Irash, on his less familiar wing, has put it right in the corner. Golami looks at his bench to see if anyone thinks it's out. There's quite a few of the Iran substitutes say this is actually missed the target. Well, looks on the line to me. And there's no challenge forthcoming. 3-point lead re-established. Garcia serves for Spain in the blue. And Naderi, who I think has been underused by Captain Ashir, puts it away. In fact, it's not Ashir on at the moment, it's the backup setter, Ramzani. Got to be very careful when you've got a key player and you're not using them. Naderi hits a good serve to the corner, but Asa gets arms on it. That's sweet. That's a really sweet kill from Tagores. Very important for Spain. Rejon comes in. He is required to serve and to potentially make a defensive touch. Oh, just gets it over. Nima reacts well. Naderi out of the back line, hits an absolute peach. Fantastic shot from the lefty. And he is being used by the replacement setter, Ramazani. If Spain win this set, they are in the match. If they lose it, I think that might be the confidence boost Iran need. Important set for both teams. And a very good choice from Gomez. Hasn't set Okafor in a while, but gives the tall middleman the ball this time, and he puts it away easily. Now can Irash find an ace? No. Tried. About a half a metre over the baseline in the end. Only player in double figures, incidentally, Cesar Irash, the number 16 for Spain. He's on 13. Nima puts it in play. Spain to maintain the 3-point lead. Good diving defence from Nima. Can't keep it the right side of the net. And Okafor gets 2 balls in a row and puts the second one away just as well as the first. 21-18 this, and Spain looking good for 1-1. Same players, set one, Gomez out. In comes the backup opposite player, Diego Cunda, at 194, a lot taller than 181. And he's on to block, and the server doesn't give him a chance to block, so the substitution will be reversed immediately. Cunda leaves, Gomez returns. Only after a challenge. Well, if you'd offered a game delay right now to Iran, they'd have taken it. And Mosquera, the Spanish coach, is obliged by asking this to be checked whether the ball is in or out. Now, obviously, if it's clipped the back line and it's an ace, it's a brilliant call by the coach. But this is a delay I think the Spanish players probably don't need. Is it long? It is. Well, they got to the review nice and quickly. Challenge is lost. Substitution will eventually go ahead, so Cunda does return to the bench. Captain Gomez, the playmaker, is on court again. And Iran's playmaker, Ramazani, will serve. Decent front line this for Iran. Can they make points? Oh, nearly. It's a good finish in the end from Garcia. It's an excellent attempt by Madi Sakavi to defend. Nearly, but not quite. Okafor doesn't present the strongest serve. Iran will be looking to pass this well. They don't. They don't. That's a real error. Amin under pressure. 3 blockers to beat, and he's beaten them. A little bit of pinball, but it's worked in Iran's favour, and they're not going away in set 2. Spain are going to have to be careful here. Serve is passed well, beautiful. Oh, Spain, magnificent on that point. Great pass, wonderful set from Gomez, and Irash makes it look easy. Really classy play from Spain. Naderi can't put it down. This is a massive chance. Irash. Brilliant defense. He's going to get another swing and still can't beat the block. Tip is defended. Iran need to win this point. And Spain are not letting them do it. In wide, nothing Garcia could do. There have been some stunning rallies in this match. That last one, probably the pick. Iran win it. They're going to have just another couple of shots at this. That was a real chance for Spain to get to set point, not taken. Can Iran punish them for that? Iran determined to make this a very tasty finish. Just 1 point in it now. Massive point for Spain. It's out of system. Irash doesn't get the swing. It's Diaz and he gets blocked. Oh, that is huge from Iran. Rafier gets an extra bit of congratulations from his teammates for a really impressive block on Garcia. Well, on the replay, it was Nima that got most of it. The big middle. Scores a level regardless. Don't undervalue the work of the wing spiker to position their middles right on the line of the spike. It's a valuable skill. And not an easy one either. With the middle players are big and they come flying towards you. You've got to bump them. The lead that Iran have given to Spain is just causing them problems at the back end of this second set. Spain then have a set point opportunity. It's not as easy as it could have been. Iran can attack to level the score. Good pass. Naderi doesn't make the shot. Brilliant defense from Garcia. And Tagores off the top of the hands. Real chances now for Iran. Naderi goes again. Once more, the Spanish block has slowed it down. And Irash does the rest. Spain are level. 25-23 in the second set. This game is close. And the scores are tied. Well, Iran pushed really hard there. They gave up a 4-point lead, though, and just couldn't seem to claw it back. 32 minutes for the set as well. Well, all indications are we're in for a real thriller here, and it could go the distance. Iran not quite able to fully put into play their game plan. Just too many errors, not allowing them to do what they really want to do against Spain. Spain's blocking, their ability to slow the ball down and play transition has been really impressive. Let's take a look at the highlights from set two. Well, the key to that transition success for Spain is without doubt the top scorer, Cesar Irash. 15 points in the match for him now. Amin on 10. Those are the only two players into double figures at the moment. Keep you updated on that scoring chart as we go, and it's important. Doesn't always take into consideration the error count against a particular player, and by that I mean if Irash has scored 15 but made 15 errors, then there's no credit in the bank, but he hasn't. He has been rock solid when it has come to Spain needing points, and he's made them. Let the entertainment continue. This has been an enthralling watch, and we're good to go with set three. Away we go then with the third. It's 1-1. Interesting change again from Coach Gholami on the Iran side of the net. He has not started with captain Ashir Sadati. Instead, he's gone with Amir Mohamed Ramazani, the backup setter, who immediately goes for the middle. And then the ace to follow, and Iran on the front foot again. Things change quickly in youth volleyball. Spain had a tough time of it towards the back end of set two. Iran have managed to take that momentum into the start of this one. Block is good on Garcia. Irash out on the left side. Doesn't play this side much, just the one rotation where he attacks from this angle. Stays there to block. Good shot. Good shot. It's an underused play at under 19 level, the pipe, but it is nonetheless effective if you get it right, and Raffia's got it exactly right here. This is a good set. Well, based on what we've seen so far, the substitution to bring in the new setter has worked. Came on at the back end of set 2, and Ramazani has stayed on. Spain get a point. At last, and that will please Coach Mosquera. This game's wide open. Again, a delightful tempo attack. It's not as straightforward as it seems, getting the ball from one side of the net to the other at that pace and connecting with the hitter. There's a lot of work in the training halls that goes on to make that timing happen. And then, because of the speed that the wing attacker is running at, it's all about the location of the set. Setters have to get it absolutely right. Nice. Wow. Well, that was a ball just asking to be hit. Floated into the middle, not played at a really great pace there, just floated and giving the middle blocker a chance to make it. And Nima happy to accept the challenge. Tagores and Garcia struggling to beat the block at the moment. Irash isn't. He has continued to be the main scorer for Spain, the top scorer in the match. 16th point for him. Shoved right down the front of the block. Iran maintain the lead. It's a real problem for momentum when the ball goes in the net like that. This deflates the team, and Iran have to bounce back now from that. This is a chance for Spain to put pressure on. Good pass. Once again, the pace is good. That is a remarkable piece of dodgeball from Tagores, the number 4 for Spain. Block touch is the video challenge request. Really good eye from Rafael Tagores if this is out, if this hasn't touched the block. No, nowhere near. Spain have the point. Chance for Tagores to put more pressure on. Good leave by him on that last point. Nice. Very deliberately set to 3.5, so the ball not going all the way out to 4 and just flighted past the middle part of the net. So it means both blockers have to move inside. Good thinking this from Ramazani. He's running a good offense at the moment. Clears out the players to get to the ball this time. Amin goes off the blockers and out. Iran back in control. Amin's 14th point of the game. He's the leading scorer for Iran. Good dodgeball from the ref. Rush, free net, defended beautifully. It's all good thinking at the moment from Iran. Once again, the power tip used by Amin. And once again, the Spanish blockers not able to get their hands all the way across. Okafor this time is beaten. 4-point lead Iran, 9-5 in this race to 25 in set 3. Threaded past the blockers, but out of court by Garcia. Coach Mosquera calls timeout, maybe considering bringing Rehan back in. All good at the moment for this Iran team. That was good to see. Coaches have been giving the Iran players a tough time, and now it's Coach Mosquera's turn to give Okafor a tough time. And I know exactly what he's shouting about. The fact that Okafor jumped too early and didn't put his hands over the net, didn't penetrate, and just got completely tooled by Amin. Iran wanting to get on with it. Another scoring chance. Naderi, wicked hit. Great defense. And the pipe used just superbly again. Amin is locked at the moment. He's locked in and hitting very hard. Watch the timing on this. Sublime. Fabulous defense, but the Iran players getting in each other's way. Well, in the grand scheme of things, that's not a problem. Iran completely dominant at the moment in set number 3. Race for the bronze medal. Remember, a place on the podium here at this under-19 FIVB Boys World Championship. We've got a dream team to announce at the end of the day once the gold final is complete at the awards ceremony. Fairly certain we'll see a couple of these players involved. May not make the final podium, as it were, but they might be considered as part of the final dream team squad. That'll do. Naderi puts it away, and now it's Iran's turn, just like Spain in the last set, to try and hang on to the lead they have, keep the scoreboard ticking. Out from Garcia, and genuine frustration from the young spiker. It's a lovely set. He moved on to the ball really well, but just didn't quite get it right. Well, Iran think they've got the point. Spain think they've got the point. It's actually gone Spain's way, so it must have been a tickle off the block. Garcia follows it with a good serve. Iran out of system again. They've been out of system way too much, but fortunately, Naderi, Rafié and Amin have been really good out on the wings with these tricky spikes. Irash gets to 20 points in the match. He's gone past 200 a little while ago and continues to impress, the number 16 for Spain. What hasn't been impressive is the serving of the Spanish team in this set. Canadas, with the shock of bleach blonde hair, is in to the middle. Spain's tallest player at 2 meters and 3. Yes, what an ace. Rafié is growing in confidence, point by point. Spain time out as this set runs away from them. Rolling serve down the line. Spain control it but can't put it away. The block though is good, and that's why Canadas has been brought onto the court. He offers them that little bit of extra height. And this one, he gets his arms over the net. That's what it's about. Well, Arash is carrying a fairly hefty weight of responsibility for Spain in this match, so we can allow him the odd error here and there. And Arash is out after that serve, so double substitution by the looks of it for Spain. New setter, new opposite. Good start for Jesus Rios, the new setter. And the new opposite, the new right side, Diego Cunde in for Cesar Irash. Although that's not quite how the double sub works. It's setter for opposite and vice versa. Well, that was a risky set, but it looks to me like Ramazani is the kind of setter that's happy to take those risks. I think he's run a really wonderful, expansive offense since he's come in. He's been absolutely determined to show what he can do. And boy, has he done it. 18-11 Iran. Ramazani serves. And after lavishing praise on the Iran setter, he goes and whacks one long. So Spain ringing the changes, new setter, new opposite, and Okafor has been replaced by Canadas, new middle. Good defense from Canadas, he's made an impression since coming on. And again, two in a row for the big middle. Can't make it three in a row though. That was a good effort from the man who stands 2 meters and 3 tall. 6'8" if you're watching in old money. Well, some concern that his progress was blocked to the ball there, Kunda, but referees having nothing to do with it. Good swing, nice serve from Amin. Good dig down the line from Sakavi. They are hitting this ball very hard. And blockers are doing a fine job. Diaz is stopped. Now, I would say key to winning this bronze medal for Iran is that they don't lose their way in the final stages of this third set. We've already seen that happen to Spain in set 2, and they came out really struggling for rhythm at the start of this one. Iran need to stay on the front foot. They need to take that momentum, that aggression into set 4. Spain need to find a way of stopping that happening if they can. So a big push here at the back end of this set from Spain is required. Got to ask a few questions. Good block. Nice work from Nima. And this is brilliant. That's world class. And the setter that is happy to run this expanded offense, Ramazani, is putting on a real show here. And the hitters are loving it. (22-13), Iran dominant. And they get away with one there. Spain, goodness me. Coaches will tell you till they're blue in the face when you're learning volleyball, don't be moving when the ball is played. It can end up rather embarrassing. Yeah, good work. Good presence of mind there from Naderi. He's into double figures with that one. So Naderi is on 11. Amin on 16. Irash still leads on 20 in the scoring charts. Irash, though, have been a little quieter in this set. Well, they're going to have to use him again. You can see Irash's reaction to that. He wanted the ball there. His setter didn't give it to him. And the blockers have feasted. Wow, from Nima. 10 set points, the most convincing performance out of the 3 we've seen so far. Spain challenge for a net fault by the looks of it. You saw how high Nima jumped. He's all arms and legs, Nima, but when he gets it right, he is impressive. Coach Mosquera wants Spain to keep pushing hard in this set. He doesn't want this set just to disappear without a fight. So challenge lost, no real surprise. Mosquera was just trying to slow things down again. And it remains 10 set points for Iran. Naderi to serve. Good off-pacer. Middle has to pass. Gomez hoists it for Irash. And on the free net, he puts it away for fun. 21 points in the game for Cesar Irash, and we've potentially got another 2 sets to go after this if Spain play well in the 4th. Amin passes off the net. Out of system swing for Rafier. It's good enough. And Iran dominates set 4. 25 points to 15. Iran go 2-1, and they are 1 set away from a bronze medal here at this World Championships. Well, a close start to the game, 25-23 apiece for level. But that was a very smooth set from Iran, 19 minutes to put Spain away. The game is still there for Spain if they can get that side out sorted. Problem for them has been the lack of real point scoring in that outside position on the left side. Irash has carried a lot of workload. Let's take a look at the highlights. I think it's difficult sometimes to say that the influence of one player has made the difference, but I feel we're justified here. The setting of Emir Hamad Ramazani has been impressive. He's come on, he's been willing to take the game plan to the next level. He's been willing to expand the offense. And what he's got is he's got Amin and Rafie running full throttle out on that left side and out of the pipe. And that's just allowed him to mix it up a bit, bring the middles in, bring the dairy back into the game. Always in the knowledge that he's got that tempo ball to the two wing spikers. And he's running the show. He's calling the players in. He's talking the talk. And in the absence of Captain Ashir in that playmaking position, I think he's done a wonderful job. And Spain have to find a way of countering what is a much rejuvenated Iran team. And Coach Golami looks a lot happier. Spanish fans in the background still believe, but their team is 2-1 down to an impressive Iran side who seem to have found a good gear in this match. And the start to this one is going to be important. Set number 4. First point goes to Irash, the most impressive hitter in the game at the moment. 22 for him. This is another superb shot. Well, in all honesty, the last thing that Coach Golami and his Iran team need is for Spain to get off to a good start here. That's a wonderful piece of defence from the wing spiker Tagores. And then they can't follow up and keep the pressure on. The Spain serve has been a little sketchy today. It needed to be very good to beat Iran. It's not quite been there, but this game isn't over yet. Iran have got work to do before they can claim a place on the podium. Ace, no, it's long. Well, in game speed, that looked on the line, and Adel Golami feels the same. He's going to have a look at this. Well, it can be deceptive at full speed, but you just get a feeling sometimes this one's got a chance. And remember, if the ball compresses as it hits the floor, if it compresses and touches the line, it's in. This was hit hard enough. Feels like quite an important call, this one. If it's 2-2, Iran can try and stay moving forwards. If it's 3-1, then they're already under a little bit of pressure. Just a few of the players and the staff getting a little fractious at the amount of time it's taken to get to this challenge, and our first referee just saying to Coach Mosquera, it's not my fault, I've got to wait until the video comes in. Well, this does not work for Spain, especially if Iran have won the point. just gives Iran a chance to reset here, even if they end up 3-1 down. They've got it, they've got it, it's in. Iran ace, 2-all. And very good blocking. What a great look at how that block was closed by Naderi and Nima. It's another piece of world-class action. Iran see off an early flourish from Spain to take the lead. And there's another chance here. Ball hoisted for Naderi. No, blocker's too good. Desiter gets on it this time. Spain level it. Irash's influence in the match has just dipped over the last set and a half. He still remains the top scorer. He still remains the main outlet for Spain on 22 points. Good tip, good throwback. Nima chases all the way across, but not quite fast enough to get to Irash. Good setting that from Gomez, realised the middle blocker was out of position. Mind you, that was a good effort. Well, this is what I like about Ramazani. Every time in your brain you're thinking it needs to go middle here, he seems to come up with the plays. He seems to have a very good idea, a very good read on how things need to go. And even with Canadas in position, he's beaten him comfortably. Off the net, kept off the floor by Garcia. And Irash, once again, dismissive. Off the block and out for 24 points. Now, needs a service run, the left-hander. It's a good hit. And it's a good finish. Tagores got his timing just right there, had to wait for it. Once again, little flurry of alarm bells for Iran. Yeah, you see, that's the only thing I'm not so sure about from Ramazani. The high ball to Rafier and Amin just gives the blockers a chance. Naderi's open here. And Gomez was blocking him and he didn't read that. Pretty sure his coach will let him know on that rotation what they're trying to do. They're trying to stack the smaller blocker, Gomez, out to the side, that he's being less used by Iran, the right. Will it require 5 sets to decide our bronze medalists here at this Under-19 Boys World Championships? From a neutral point of view, the more of this match, the better. There we go. So coach has just reminded Ramazani what's happening out there, and he's found his man. Naderi puts it away. 12 points for him now in the game. Canadas wafts it over the baseline, an error that Spain didn't need. So Rush has missed that. Nima left it. He was none too certain when he left it. But it's been given out by the lines judge. Coach Mosquera, though, feels that it was out via the blocker's hands or arm. Just making absolutely sure that the officials have understood what the request is. Little chat with Seta Gomez. A few reminders for him about the rotations coming up. The challenge is lost, it's nowhere near the block, which makes the leave from Nima absolutely brilliant. Well, the Spanish bench now think that there's a clear touch shown there. I didn't see it, I must admit. Cards coming. Captain Gomez invited to let his coach know that he's overstepped the mark, and I think Spain can feel a little aggrieved considering the amount of talk from the Iran bench that went unsanctioned. A couple of players just stretching the calves and hamstrings out there for Iran. This is been a tough old tournament for both teams, but the players are feeling it here, I think. Chance for Iran to go back to a 2-point lead. No, not taken. Not initially. Arash entrusted with the attack. It's defended by Rafier. Amin attacks hard into the back of the court. Well defended by Garcia and beautifully put away by 25-point man Cesar Irash. He's a hell of a player. Iran miss a chance there. Back to work, back to the day job. Side outs required. Tagores serves. Solid pass from Rafier. I mean, now 2 in a row he's been defended on. And this is where the setter has to be a little careful. Good defense from Ramazani. So once again, the ball is set by the libero. And Amin has finally got what he's after. He's done pretty well there. Ooh, and that's come off the floor and pinged into the end of Garcia's finger. Painful. Tight. Good containment. It's coming back though. Into the net from Irash. First thing he's done wrong in a very long time. He's been virtually perfect in this game. But just one ball too many. Get us out of trouble again, Cesar, and he couldn't quite do it. I think it's a little early to say this is the decisive break, but Iran have a chance here to push. That really does underline the psychology of Cesar Irash. Understandably, players at this age, 17, 18 years of age, will be fragile under pressure. But some players stand out from the crowd. Irash is one of them. And the ace follows from Kenadas. The running jump float ace for 10-all. This is cheeky. Iran not falling for it twice. back to the tempo ball and back to the drawing board as well, because they conceded the 2-point lead rather too easily. Got to try and earn it all again, but you can feel the pressure on Spain as Iran keep nudging ahead. It's a good serve, it's a good pass. Well, they've done it again, Iran. They've pushed hard and they've pulled away. This feels like a bigger problem for Spain. Massive side out now. Irash makes it. He's done it again. Well, he's on his way to 30 points here, Irash. Haven't seen many players do that in individual games at this tournament. Iran need to dig in again. This is important. Side out's important here. Naderi can't do it. A little low on that set for him. And Irash is pounding away for fun. He really is making a difference at the moment. Just that one error into the net a little earlier in this set. Since then, he's been pinpoint accurate. Well, Spain once again getting themselves out of a tricky situation. Had to go middle. That's a fabulous dig from Barrasso. Iran can't finish it. The last can. Would you believe it? A 3-point lead for Iran, scores a level again. 28 points for Irash. He has been used exclusively over the last 5 minutes by Spain. Gets beaten this time by Rafier, and you just get the feeling the momentum in this set is still with Iran. They are still the team that is pushing away each time, and there's only so many times you can resist another team building a lead. Spain have got to work hard here. And they're given one for free. 14 all. Superb blocking. All three Spanish players knew where the ball was going, and they formed a very good wall, and from 3 points down they nudge ahead. This is fabulous. Garcia, tough serve, ace off the arms of Amin, and a few tired bodies down there on court. How things can change so quickly. It did look like Iran had some momentum, but Spain have bounced back. Can his team drag this game to a fifth set? Can Spain give themselves a shot at bronze? We're going to find out over the next 5 or so minutes, I think. Important ball for Iran. Well, it's made by Naderi, but not without considerable attention from this Spanish side, who've blocked superbly in this match. Side out challenge, tips back to Spain. Well, dismissive from Irash. Didn't even bother to have a look. Knew he'd won the point. He's been brilliant. 29 in the game now. Wow, on the money. And point number 30 for Cesar Irash is a quite superb hit. Iran can't stop him. Well, genuine concerns now for Iran. Well, at last they've managed to stop Irash killing the ball first up, and then he puts it in the belly of the net. And what could have been a 4-point lead for Spain is reduced to just a 2-point margin, but they still have the upper hand here going into the back end of set 4. 5 sets is a possibility. Good off-pace serve. Irash takes it. He gets the return ball, and he's blocked at last. Nima, the best of the Iran blockers today, has done the job. And coach Mosquera immediately goes to a timeout for Spain. That's great work. The point is that Iran know where the ball is going. And the more it goes there, the more opportunity they have to learn and to find the timing of the left-hander in the number 16 shirt for Spain, Cesar Irash, who's been quite superb in this match. But the last 2 points, Iran have done the job. And their coach, former Iran middle blocker with the senior team, one of the greats when it comes to that particular skill. So he's given his team a lot of information here about how to stop Irash. And I just think that Gomez, the setter, is probably going to have to go somewhere else on this particular ball. We'll see. We'll see. Looking for Canadas. Doesn't go there. Brilliant deception. And Gomez has conned everybody. Made it look for all the money in Uzbekistan, like he was going to set middle here, and pops it on the reverse. Irash gets his 31st point of the game. 28 attacks so far. Successful, that is, and a good serve to follow. Iran in trouble here. Irash again, puts it away again. And 5 sets now looks like a very strong possibility. Well, every right to go for that serve. Spain have created a little bubble here that they can work in. Can they see it over the line? Irash is in the back court for the next couple of rotations. That may count against them a little. Or it may not. Gomez is just going to keep feeding the beast. Irash is on fire. Blocking substitution. Gomez comes out. Kunda comes back in. He's made good impacts from the bench, Kunda, every time he's come in. But Spain are going to play this next one without a setter on the floor. Wafted a long way out. Tagores hopeful that it's in, and his coach is asked to have a look at this. And again, at game speed, I'm sure you guys watching wherever you are and whatever device you're watching on will have felt that that one was probably long. We were right. Well done. Pat on the back, everybody. So, out comes number 19, Amin. Interesting decision, this one. Sayed Havar has not had a role in this match, and he's been thrown in at the deep end here. So, the middle blocker is on to try and make a difference. Irash, remember, is still backcourt right side. Is it going there? Well, there's no chance to set that, so it's a free ball, Iran. They've got to make this work. And they can't. Kanadas comes up with a roof of a block. It's a monster. Spain's tallest player all over this. He will serve with the running float. Controlled. Iran smooth again. He's got it right there, Ramazani. He's keeping an eye on where Gomez is stacking in front court. But Irash will be back to the front line soon, and Iran's problems might get even worse there. They need points here, Iran. Irash strokes it off the fingertips. He really is playing beautifully right now. Nothing that new man on court, Havar, can do about it. 34 points now and counting. I'm going to keep updating you on that because it is a remarkable haul for Cesar Irash, and the game ain't over yet. In fact, it's highly likely that we're on our way to 5. Beautiful. Now, this bit of scoreboard pressure has just affected Ramazani's offence. It's good that he's managed to get back to this middle ball. Galadar comes in, another point blocker, and no chance to block because the serve is straight in the net. 3 set points then to force the issue to 5. Spain did it against Bulgaria. Magnificent victory in that quarter-final. Can they do it here in the bronze medal playoff? Super serve. High ball. Tipped. And it's down. No way to challenge that. Handling error given by the referee. We are on our way to the tiebreaker. It's 2 sets all. Spain and Cesar Irash have played brilliantly to keep this match going. Well, both coaches have made some bold decisions, and both those decisions to an extent have worked. Ramazani initially coming in as the new setter for Iran, brilliant, and then Cañadas with some cracking play through that last set. Came up with an ace serve and a couple of magnificent blocks when Spain really needed it. But the key remains the one player for Spain. Number 16, Cesar Irash, has been just world-class in this match. He's been a street ahead of everyone else. 34 points to his name. Amin has 19. And the other opposite, who I thought would be going into a good head-to-head with Irash, Naderi, is only on 13. Let's enjoy the highlights from set 4. Thoroughly enjoyable match. Very good set of volleyball from Spain to get back into this when Iran had a 3-point lead at one stage, but Spain just kept playing. Cesar Arash kept working his magic, and he has been magic. And it means that the contest for bronze is going down to the wire. Tension etched on the faces of both coaches. This is a big moment in the context of this World Championships. A place on the podium up for grabs. And we're about to get underway again. Away we go with volleyball's equivalent to extra time, to the penalty shootout. It's the race to 15, the tiebreaker between Iran in the white, who had the lead at 2-1, and this plucky Spanish team in the navy blue, who have fought their way back into the contest via a quite stunning game from their opposite, Cesar Arash, on 34 points and counting. Iran then put the first point on the board. Bronze up for grabs, a place on the podium at this under-19 F5EB Boys World Championships. And probably fittingly, we are going the distance. The tip from the dairy, blocked. Set 3 hero, Cañadas, comes into the front line, the tall middle blocker for Spain. Ace. Spain go 2-1, and the pressure is on. Iran might be thinking about changes here, and Gholami might be going to bring one in. That's a tired play from Amin, who's done a lot of work in this game. Well, no substitute. Oh no, it is a substitute come in, so Parsha Gelada has come in for Amir Naderi, new opposite on court for Iran. He serves, it's a good serve. Wow, this guy is just unstoppable right now. This could be the highest points haul of the tournament. He's gone way over 200. Cesar Arash, that's a really majestic hit. Pretty good serve too. Oh, cracking shot. Well, for a player that's been on the bench for the last nearly 2 hours, this is some hit from Parsha Gelada. Three apiece. On we go. Little chopper, great dig from Barassa. Irash out of the back line, gets the reuse. Gomez goes to Cañadas. Not always the most convincing of middle attackers. He's been brilliant in the block, but he puts this one away. Good mobility from the tall man. Tavares with the serve. Restarts for Spain. 4-3 then to the European side. Superb defence. Iran have to go again. They do go again with considerable force. How on earth has Amin got enough energy left to celebrate like that? It's incredible, real testament to the fitness of these players. It's been a grueling World Championships, but they are still hammering away. 4-all. Cañadas gets in the way there. Dug by Nima, point chance here, Amin. Tries the angle again, but runs out of court, runs out of luck. Spain get away with one. 5-4. Cañadas with the running float. It's a horrible serve to deal with. And that's a cheeky play that goes against Iran. This is going to cause a big old argument. Ramazani thought he won the point. Referee thought he played it in Spain's airspace. Timeout called by Iran. Spain leads 6-4. What a comeback. What a comeback from the team in navy blue. One substitution available to Coach Golami that may still make a difference. Captain Ashir has been cooling his heels on the bench for the last set and a half. Will he come back in? Ramazani's done a fabulous job, but just hasn't been able to get it over the line. Tight again, well controlled. Out though. Amin now has cranked 2 in a row out on the angle. It's very late to make changes, but Iran might have to do so. You know, he's going to go for the other option, just a straightforward video challenge to slow things down and give his team a bit of breathing space. Well, those of you that play will know it's a horrible feeling. And those of you that coach will know it's even worse when the game starts to turn towards your opponents and you are powerless to stop the progression. It takes something really big to make the change, to stop the rot. Well, he knew that review was going to get his team nothing. It was just about a delay, just to try and make Cañadas think about this next service. These serves have been horrible for Amin to pass. This time Rafier takes it. Amin, third time of asking, straight into the smallest blocker on the Spanish side of the net. Gomez, the captain, shuts him down. 8-4, round we go. Teams change ends to ensure no advantage from one end to the other at the 8-point margin. This is sometimes an opportunity for the team that's losing to get a restart. Well, not really surprised to see the change. Amin was just starting to look a little bit tired. He leaves the court and the big man, 2 meters and 8 tall Zayed Hossein Zamani, comes in, immediately targeted with the set and bangs it home. Well, he's not had a particularly good game, Zamani, when he has featured, but I promise you he's got all the minerals to get the job done here for Iran. If he can find some blocks and if he can side out and pass consistently. First chance for him to block, not taken. Sakavi defends well though. Second swing for Zamani, powerful cross court. Barossa defends well. Brilliant from Spain. Just brilliant. Garcia provides the finishing touch after some truly spectacular defence by Samuel Barossa. Been a while since we've seen a pipe, and that one didn't quite have a peak on it. Rafier can't put it away, and Spain sneak out to a 5-point lead in this race to 15. Spain survived 5 sets against Bulgaria. Terrific 5th set performance from them in that game. And they are surviving Iran's efforts in this bronze medal final. Well, it looks like Coach Gholami is going to leave Ramazani, the setter, out there on the floor, number 21. Hoist the ball up for a player who's very, very comfortable hitting right and left side. And the tall man, Zamani, does the job. Now he's got to find some big shots. Well, it looks like he might not be staying on the court. He's not. Well, he'll feel a little unlucky there that he doesn't get to serve. It's going to be Amin that does, who's been just given a bit of time to recover his composure. They need his pass, to be honest. They need Amin's pass and defence out on the floor right now. Spain lead by 4. 15 points for the bronze is the target. And player of the match, Irash, takes them a point closer. 36 in the game now. Well, there are some superb opposites in this tournament, but I think Irash has put himself in the shop window for the dream team selection at the end of the day. Good stuff from Barossa. Good blocking from Iran. Irash is finally stopped. This is good organisation in the block. Great pass from Barossa. Irash given the ball straight away again. He is so confident. Way out of system. That was the last point, but he's just killed a magnificent shot. 12-7. And Coach Mosquera still thinking very clearly here. So out comes De Zutter and in comes Rehan. Rehan on to serve and play defence. Coach Mosquera is trying to scrap every point he can find. Good attention to detail. Defended by Gomez. High for Irash. He has just been magnificent. 38 points in this bronze medal final for Cesar Irash. World class. Two points away from a bit of glory, from a winning finish for Spain here at this tournament. Iran played so well across the board. A little unlucky against France when France found their top form. And in control of this match, but it's not happening for them in the tiebreaker. Parsha substituted, Naderi back in. These are desperate measures from Coach Gholami. Desperately good as it happens. Oh no! Oh no, would you believe it? The point was there for the taking and Iran have just let it hit the floor. Horrible moment for them. Blocking substitution once again. Kunda comes on from the bench. Gomez, the shortest of the Spanish blockers, leaves the court. And Irash, can he finish? No, he can't. Well, that would have been perfect, wouldn't it? Irash wins it with an ace, but he might have to get it done via a backcourt spike. We'll see where Gomez decides to go. He's back on court now. 5 bronze medal points for Spain. Rafier serves. Oh, it's an ace. Fabulous stuff from Iran. And of course, there's room for a bit of drama at the back end of this one. Ferdinand Mosquera is playing this to perfection with his Spanish team. The substitutions have been on point. The timeouts have been called at exactly the right times in this fifth and final set. Captain Gomez barking out the orders to the offence. Now then, Irash is on the back line. There's a lot of pressure on him if the ball gets set to him. Where does Gomez go? Doesn't have to go anywhere. Ball is in the net and Spain are on the podium. They win a magnificent five-setter. A comeback victory for Spain, 3-2 to claim the bronze medal here in Tashkent. Well, once again, despair for Iran, but absolute joy for a Spanish squad that has been one of the form teams here in Uzbekistan. Coach Galami tried everything with his lineup, and the Iran players were so close. But in the end, Spain, with a comeback victory from 2-1 down, get the job done in 5 to claim their place on the podium. And their hero, without a shadow of a doubt, number 16, Cesar Irash, with a quite magnificent 38-point haul. Well, always two sides to the story when you get a major championship game. The losers despondent, but to the victors, the spoils. And a dance from Coach Mosquera. Fabulous effort from Spain. They win the bronze. And for Iran, I'm afraid for them, a second day of pondering what could have been. They had control of this match. A brilliant third set, 25-15, but then this resilient Spanish team just came back at them and would not let it go. 25-21, 15-10. Spain get it over the line with some super serving, some really organised blocking, and a certain player called Cesar Irash, who was out of this world. Spain then win the bronze medal by 3-2. And next up on VBTV from Tashkent, it's going to be the gold medal final as Poland take on France. Thanks for your company over the last couple of hours. A cracking match from me, Simon Golding. I'll say goodbye for the moment, but join us for the final.